Hello everybody and welcome back to Icebane Gaming. Today I'm going to be playing a little bit more of Historic Ranked. As you could see, I'm a little bit lower ranked than I was last time. This is because there was a new season that started up recently, but I'm going to be playing an upgraded version of my Artifacts Cascade deck. The upgrades, with a quick glance, I'm going to go over all of this at the end of the episode, are partially to lands, and then the rest is like adding things like Planar Bridge and Tamayo's Journal, Paradox Engine, just a bunch of things, more Forsaken Monuments. I made it so that essentially, if I play my cards right, I could play my entire deck in a single turn. But yeah, let's get going. So our first game is going to be against Stone Drake. Alright, looks like a pretty good starting hand. I have the ability to search. I just need to get the mana for it. And we have the mana to set this ball rolling. Alright, so if you remember from last time that I had an episode with this deck, it is entirely about getting everything to be free and playing it. Now that I've added Planar Bridge, now that we could get it into Planar Bridge, I could play my entire deck for free. So that's what we are going to do. Looks like they're playing another life gain deck. This might be an Afterlife deck. Alright, they shut down my mana. Alright, but I still have mana going. I'm not too bothered by losing a little bit of life early game. Alright, they have a lot of removal. Noted. Just shutting down my plays left and right. See if I could keep this on the field. Alright. What a weird deck to go against. Alright, so hopefully we could get this ball rolling the way that I intended. Wonder what they drew. They drew a swamp. I'm safe. What did they draw this time? A Cruel Celebrant. Alright. This is a Afterlife deck. It's been a while since I've seen one. They are out of the current cycle of what is common to play for competitive matches, but whatever. I'm alright with losing a little bit of life. In this deck, when it gets going, I gain as much life as I need. Can I get one mana? Just one. No, but that works too. Oh boy. I need to find a way to pop off another mana. Got the Paradox Engine Planar Bridge combo. Now I just need a source of mana that isn't land. Okay. I am fine with that, believe it or not. Alright, we have the mana. And let's see. Yeah. Activate ability. Search library. And let's get... what do we want to start with? Forsaken Monument. Get that extra mana going. No attacks. This doubled my mana, so I could use the Planar Bridge multiple times each turn. Alright, so I'm going to want to make sure that this is tapped. Activate ability. And I'm going to grab some mana stones, some power stone shards. And tap for mana. Pay 1. Alright. Tap for mana. And activate ability. And we are going to grab another one, Power Stone Shard. Tap for mana. Throw this bad boy out there. Alright, tap for mana. Activate ability. Okay, we are going to search for another Power Stone Shard. Tap for mana. Play the Mystic Forge. Untaps all my mana. Tap for mana. And I will, yeah, I just used the planer. I don't really need the Unwinding Clock. I have the Paradox Engine. Alright, and next we are going to grab, guess what? Another Power Stone Shard. And tap for mana. Untap. And play all this mana. Planar bridge. And we are going to grab a mirror box. And throw out this Urza's Construction Drone to untap everything. Tap for mana. Use the planar bridge. And let's get, you know what? Let's go for another Forsaken Monument. We have the mirror. And let's go for one of these bad boys. Alright. Tap for mana. Let's go with Cairn, the Great Creator. Let's use his ability real quick. And let's grab a Portal to Phyrexia. Let's play it. Everything untaps. They sacrifice. I take a little damage. Tap for mana. And let's play Cairn, Living Legacy. Let's tap for mana. And let's use the planar bridge again. And let's grab... let's go with another Cairn the Great Creator. And let's use him. And let's grab the Ichor Moor Gauntlet. This will grab blue from the replicating ring. And untap everything. And get some more mana going. Planar bridge. And we are going to grab Chaos Wand, just for fun. Let's use it. Let's see. Let's exile a card from their graveyard and draw a card. Let's put a token on him. Since we have the Ichor Moor Gauntlet, we are able to take infinite turns now. Alright, and tap for mana. Okay, grab all of that, and let's throw out Akroma's Memorial. Okay, and let's throw this bad boy on the field. Planar Bridge. At this point, we don't really need to care about mana. We have as much mana as we'll ever need. Ugin. And good game. And that is how this deck works. Basically infinitely throwing out anything on your field. It's an expanded version of my deck originally, which still works if you don't get the portal. And essentially, the interplanar bridge, I also threw one on Cairn, so if I draw one of Cairn, I could also get it that way. But it's just another way to make this deck get a little bit more consistent with its victories. In gold rank, I'm playing against a lot less of the control decks sort of things, ones where it's very quick paced combos, because there's an elf deck out there that I don't have the cards for, but I'd like to make because I've seen it turn 2 victory. But this deck, after turn 3, essentially you could start doing this. Turn 3 is all you need. Well, turn 4, technically, if you wanted to do the planar bridge thing, if you had the perfect hand with Power Stone Shards. But you just grab everything you need. You never need to stop. You could grab lands with the planar bridge, you could grab planeswalkers, you could grab artifacts, you could grab creatures, you could grab anything. So long as it's a permanent, and there isn't anything in this deck that's not a permanent. And there is also in this deck some Inventor's Fairs, which allow me to search for things like the planar bridge. But the planar bridge and mana source and Paradox Engine combo just completely blew my deck out of the water. But yeah, let's see, that was a pretty quick game. Let's go with another one just to see if we could get it popped off again, to show consistency. There are times where someone would have a faster deck or a lot of removal or something that's anti-artifact, and those do counter this deck early game. If they counter you enough, then you can't get the combo going. As you saw early on, it was very risky on if I was going to get the combo or not, because they were removing my creatures. I'll keep this because Howling Mine. Pretty fun deck. It's won me a lot. It's gotten me to Diamond before, and that was a inferior version of what it is now. This is one of my staples. If you are going to ask what my main color I play in Magic is, if it was 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said I was a black card main, but nowadays I guess I'm a waste main, meaning I have no color. This deck really likes to pop off. However, I don't have the mana. This is still one of the only issues with it. You need to have 3 mana to get the ball rolling. But if you don't, then you have Stone Coiled Serpent still as your chump blockers. If you want to know more about what a lot of the deck does, feel free to check out that other video. It still is up. This deck, this hand is a lost cause. I'm going to see if I could get it in one more turn. If I can't, I'll have to do a reset. I have to do a different one. Alright, we're gonna do one more game. I got locked out of mana, still is the one issue of it. Alright, 3 mana, that's enough. Let's go. We have Karen the Great Creator, so we could use him to snag that planar bridge. He had to mulligan, so let's see what he does. He's in a Johnny main. Question is he somebody that plays mono white or white green? Mono white? It's looking like he's a mono white player. Alright, so we are gonna be able to get the planar beacon, or the planar bridge with the Forsaken Monument. We just need 2 more mana. Ideally our Sky Scanners will grab us some mana, so we'll see. Palladium Myr works as well. Palladium Myr into Forsaken Monument. That is a good turn 4. Get Palladium Myr on turn 3 and Forsaken Monument on turn 4. But we didn't do that. Doesn't really matter. We got what we need. Alright, so it looks like they are playing a human deck. This isn't a very good mono white. I just noticed it's very weak. I don't care about taking damage at this point. I have Forsaken Monument. Alright, Evolving Wilds and Steel Overseer. Next turn, it all comes down. Destroy creature with power 4 or greater. It's too late, I already have the mana. I'll take 3 damage, I don't care. And we got our planar bridge. We don't even need to use Cairn. But I'll throw Cairn out anyways. What should we grab with Cairn? Let's grab Aetherflux. Next. I could use the Steel Overseer to trap him out of that Night of Dawn's Light. Unless he gives it one more +1/+1 counter. Let's Speaker of the Heavens, okay. Next turn you're gonna start getting angels, aren't you? Aren't you? So it's a 4/4 right now. He knows about the trap. I'm still gonna use the Sky Scanner to chump block. Alright, 1 block. He knew about this, so it's no point. It's not an oops. Oh. Cheeky cheeky. Alright, so let's get this ball rolling. Let's do planar bridge. And let's go with a paradox engine. And let's get... what do I want to do? I want to... let's grab a Iker Moon, just to have it. Let's see, he has 3, 7, 10 damage. 5 damage. 7. 7 damage. Okay. I'm not bothered by losing Karen. Alright. And I got a wastes. So let's get this ball rolling. Planar bridge into Power Stone. Tap that for mana. And let's go with a Urza's Construction Drone. And I don't have quite enough to get it going quite yet. However, I could still do this. Alright. You're running out of time, Mr. Sup. Oh. We got a cheeky boy over here. Well, I'm gonna Urza Construction Drone block, because it doesn't really matter to me. Just get that extra mana. Oh boy. Just what I wanted. Is it Christmas time already? And let's go and grab Power Stone. And use that for Quietus Spike. And we have enough to activate ability. And we'll use that to grab another Forsaken Monument. And let's see. We need to get our ball rolling. We still haven't yet. We're gonna need to chump block. I'm gonna block that. So that would leave 12 damage getting through. If he attacks with everything. Okay, 10 damage getting through. It's not over yet. We still have our Forsaken Monument, Paradox Engine, and Power Stone combo. And let's use that to get... Thank you. Let's go with the Mystic Forge. And use that. Come on. Alright, there we go. He has an instant in his hand, that's why it's stopping there. Planar Bridge. And let's grab our another Power Stone. Tap it. Do this. Come on, sir. There we go. This guy is taking a while. Destroy all artifacts. That would be what he needs. And I believe that's a sorcery. Okay, and we are going to grab another... maybe not yet for the Forsaken Monument. Let's grab Arcane Encyclopedia. We only use the Planar Beacon, Planar Bridge, to grab more stuff that is useful. Replicating Ring. Come on, stop waiting. You're only slowing down the inevitable. We haven't tapped any of our mana yet, and we already have close to 100. Well, I think he went to go and grab a snack or something. Alright. Now we're free to do whatever we want. Use the planar bridge, grab Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Cairn Living Bastion, I occurred more on Ugin, and planar bridge, Chroma's Monument, deck of many things, the mirror box. So we have Lethal, Platinum Angel, another Ugin, Tomoyo's Journal, Joyra's Familiar, everything is free, another Forsaken Monument, and let's grab Chaos Wand, use it on him, gain 4 life, and let's proliferate, 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 Shadow Spear, Conqueror's Galleon, God Pharaoh's Statue, and, well, you get the idea. I win. Good game. Anyways, that's pretty much what you could do. No matter what point in the game you are, the moment that you're able to do that, you win. And yeah, let's go over the deck before I wrap up. For those of you that don't want to see the deck, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. It really helps to interact with my channel, get it nice and noticed. And yeah, let's go through that deck. We still have our prosthetic injectors. I'm going to just gloss over things that were mentioned in the last video, okay? You could just pause the video if you want to read them yourself. We have our prosthetic injectors still. We still have our Shadow Spear. Still have the Ozolith. Still have the Howling Mine. Journeyer's Kite, I believe, is new, which allows us to search for a basic land and put it into our hands. This is just a way for us to shuffle, mostly. And then we have a Patchwork Automata, Steel Overseer, Tablet of Completion, Arcane Encyclopedia, Chaos Wand, Chief of the Foundry, Circuit Mender, Crystally Giant, Foundry Inspector, Mirror Box, Palladium Myrrh, Power Stone Shard, which you got to see a lot of, the Growing Mana, Quietus Spike, and I think that this might be new. It allows us to half the life total of life gain decks if we weren't able to get our combo off, because if we have our combo off, it doesn't matter how much life they have. We have Replicating Rings for colored mana, Sky Scanners, Urza's Construction Drones, we have Conqueror's Galleon, Helm of the Host, Joyra's Familiar, Junk Troller, Cairn Living Legacy. I have one more of him than I had before. Cairn Living, the Great Creator. He's been a mainstay for this because he allows us to search for specific artifacts that we have outside in our sideboard. The Mystic Forge, an Unwinding Clock, which I think is new. This is what I had before I had Mythic tokens for this deck. I still have it in here in case I don't get the combo off, because this just allows us to untap our artifacts every turn. This combos really well with the Tablet of Completion, allows us to grow it really quickly. Forsaken Monument, I think I have more than I started with. I could make another one if I wanted to, but it's not really necessary. Paradox Engine is definitely new. Whenever we cast a spell, untap all non-land permanents you control. You got to see just how strong that could be. Tomoyo's Journal, it's another card that I had before I had Paradox Engine. It's just a way to search and investigate. Pretty good card. It's not really useful anymore in the deck like it used to be, but it was one of the staples of it. The Deck of Many Things still is in here. God Pharaoh's Statue still is in here. And Planar Bridge, for 6 mana you could play it, 8 mana and tap, search your library for a permanent card, put it on the battlefield and shuffle. That's what the big part of the combo is. I have another one of these in my sideboard in place of the Spark Hunter Masticore. Ugin the Ineffable, he was a big part of the deck before I decided to make it all about playing the entire deck. He still is useful. You could use him to destroy permanents, and also make things cheaper so that you could keep the cycle going if you get stopped by mana. Wormcoil Engine isn't new, Chroma's Memorial isn't new, Platinum Angel isn't new, Ugin Spirit Dragon isn't new. We have Crystal Grottos now because I got one. Just colorless mana. It also works to get that colored mana if I need it for the Gauntlet. I have Evolving Wilds still. I have Fabled Passage, which is just a better Evolving Wilds, and Inventor's Fairs. Inventor's Fairs have been added to this deck, and they allow you to search for artifacts. I could make one more, but I don't really find it necessary, because the Planar Bridge works for that. But it's just a way to get the Planar's Bridge, just another way. And yeah, the other lands are pretty much the same. And let's check our sideboard. Ichor Moon Gauntlet is a part of this to take extra turns. Magistrate's Scepter also takes extra turns. It could combo with the Ichor Moon, because the Ichor Moon you could put tablets, or well, tokens on Magistrate's Scepter, and well, it'd be easier to get the tokens onto Magistrate's Scepter than to just use them off of Planeswalkers. Aetherflux Reservoir. I was in here before, good way to gain life. Keening Stone, I almost never use, but if I wanted to mill somebody out, if I was just feeling like that day, I could. Planar Bridge, just another one, easy way to get it. Get Karen, get a Planar Bridge. Meteor Golem is something that I could throw away very easily. I'm not too attached to it. I have other destruction. And Portal to Phyrexia, still have that in here. Well, if you guys want to go through and pause, feel free to check out all the cards. Other than that, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and have a good one.